Let's give a special thanks to the housekeepers at the splashy birthing center made of tempered metal, the Mantle. Who knows, after that bloody chaos in Dead Ringer's climactic scenes, they might still be working to remove the red muck from the grouting. Gynecologists Beverly and Elliot Mantle, who are portrayed by Rachel Weisz to perfection, are the epitome of twin codependence. In the first episode, they were celebrated for their daily routine of wearing vaginas like gloves while walking to work from their opulent Manhattan apartment. As the baby sister to Sweary Elliot, introverted but principled Beverly is the one who wears it back in a bun. Due to Beverly's relationship with Genevieve and Elliot's increasingly difficult to hide erratic behavior, which has now been meticulously chronicled by journalist Silas, their days of routine identity swaps, which just require a hairband, have been halted. As the first episode opens, Beverly, who is expecting twins, has cut her own umbilical cord from Elliot in order to live happily ever after with Genevieve. Elliot is harassing Beverly with relentless unanswered phone calls and what appear to be guttural pleas for reunion through their twin telepathy channel as their tandem lives have been wrenched apart. The sisters are eventually brought back together at their Hope for Birthing Center as Beverly is finally overcome by the pain of twin separation and the never-ending buzz of her ringing phone. What, however, actually happens there, and which of the Mantle twins triumphs? Dead Ringer's ending, explained. The situation is made clear to Beverly at dinner with cold opioid entrepreneur Rebecca in the final episode. To keep journalist Silas from revealing the full extent of the Mantle sisters' deranged, unethical, and illegal actions, she has used well-oiled connections and blood money. The new strategy is to lie Elliot in the path of the approaching bus, freeing Beverly to continue working at the birthing facility in preparation for a national rollout. Before the hit piece airs, Beverly is coerced into publicly criticizing her sister. Genevieve departs to film a new movie on location after the public flogging of the twin sisters is finished, and Beverly takes advantage of the time to visit her sister's flat. She arrives at Elliot and Greta's home, which is appropriately littered with Amazon parcels, blood, glass, and other sinister-looking debris considering this show's streaming home. Elliot isn't there, though. She is missing the surface of her lab in their opulent building. Before Beverly discovers the results of Elliot's Frankensteinery, she has developed not one, but two baby fetuses in the state-of-the-art lab. The sisters experience an emotional and tense reunion. "I have to step inside of you now," Beverly says after telling Elliot she doesn't believe she is capable of happiness. "We were only ever intended to be one. You were always a better version of me." As a last-minute swap, Beverly takes off her hairband, and Elliot pulls back her hair to fasten it. The delivery room reality from the Dead Ringers returns for one last scene as Elliot slashes open her own stomach, and immediately sews it back together while lying down on a nearby hospital gurney. She then takes the knife to Beverly, who is now comatose, and cuts open her womb to remove one sobbing baby, then another. Elliot, who is holding the infants to her fleshly stitched-up skin, screams for aid before collapsing and leaves a trail of blood across the maternity center. While this is happening, Beverly is still on the stretcher, covered in blood, and horrifying pieces of her internal organs are protruding from the recently completed dissection. The Mantle twin then awakens in a hospital bed. She has a loosely tied ponytail. When she turns around, Susan is sitting on the edge of her bed. "Beverly," she utters. "Beverly, you're going to be fine," she says, adding that the infants are doing good. Is this actually Beverly, then? Or, maybe more likely, is it Elliot posing as Beverly? What happened to Beverly? When Beverly awakens, Susan and her icy wife Rebecca are there to inquire about what occurred. When Rebecca hears Beverly say that her sister Elliot helped her, she responds, "She cut the babies out." Rebecca has a mysterious face. Is she hiding information from you? It appears likely. Rebecca dismisses Susan's hesitant suggestion that Beverly get checked out by a physician. Incredibly suspicious, Susan asks where Elliot is, and Beverly and Rebecca exchange a glance. Beverly says, "Gone," and then a mysterious smile appears on her face. The scene then shifts to a panicked-looking Tom speeding out of New York. Then we return to the hospital room. Rebecca replies, her previously opaque visage now splintered with a cat that got the cream smile. "Congratulations, Beverly," she says. As the titles start to roll, we see Genevieve rushing back to New York while Beverly learns from a passing woman that Beverly had been attending a mourning group and making up Elliot's death. Finally, she appears at the group and starts speaking. So let's examine the hints. On one side, Beverly's awakening in a hospital bed after experiencing days of hazy recollections involving her sister would imply that the entire C-section incident was a dream or delusion. Or, these group of shady persons may have helped hide what was effectively Elliot's murder of Beverly, her sister, in the birthing facility. Rebecca had said to Beverly before the truth of Elliot's string of Hippocratic hiccups came to light, "It's just a shame. She is my preferred." And now that Rebecca is supporting the Mantle twins' ambition to practice cutting-edge maternal medicine, she appears more delighted than ever. When Sela's less fluffy article about Elliot reaches newsstands, the headline nevertheless refers to her as brilliant in addition to being abusive, destructive, and murderous. As a result, Rebecca may appear to have struck gold because she is now able to profit from Elliot's cutting-edge fertility research after learning that he switched places with Beverly. How else could Beverly's body not have been found in the birthing center? Rebecca may very well know. Tom might have helped with this at this point. He may have assisted in Beverly's disposal and been driving her corpse away from New York to be done away with after his fervent speech to Beverly about Elliot's genius. It appears that Beverly has passed away as Dead Ringer's climactic scenes play over the closing titles. In the cause of her groundbreaking research at the opulent birthing facility, Elliot has discarded her old self like a snake shedding its skin in order to become her virtuous sister. Alice Birch, the show's creator and writer, told Gizmodo that she intended to give the episode a conclusion that was reminiscent of the silly David Cronenberg film of the same name but deviated from its original plot. "We sought out an epilogue that best suited our twins and our narrative," she said. "The ending feels like the pinnacle of twin swaps. It felt like a satisfying thriller conclusion. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, make sure to like and subscribe for more."